For those who don't know, the Codex Gigas is a text written by the devil himself. The devil was reportedly said to have written this book after getting summoned by a monk in black cloth in exchange for his life. The monk was from a well-respected monastery in Bohemia, and they were known for wearing black cloth and engaging in life-endangering acts.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Utikas. If you are new, and without wasting any time, let's get to the video.
Jesus was many things to many people. To some, he was the Messiah that brought love to a loveless civilization. To others, he was a humanitarian that loved people regardless of their shortcomings. Some may even see him as a miracle worker that performed amazing feats during his time on Earth. One thing's certain though, he impacted the world in more ways than one. Since his death, millions of churches have been built in his name and about 2.38 billion people follow in his footsteps. In other words, 1/3 of the world's population practices Christianity. But who was Jesus, and what secrets don't we know about him? Lucky for us, archaeologists have found a 2,000-year-old secret book that can help to unravel even more truth behind this mighty man. The Bible we know and love today is a product of centuries of revision and editing. This is due to the many doctrines we have today. In this day and age, Christianity is split into multiple ideologies, each with its own religious morals, values, and sets of codes. As you might expect, their different standpoints on several things led to an alteration of the Bible. That's why you can see so many Bible versions right now. For almost a millennia, the Christian faith went undisturbed. However, the discovery of this new Bible has caused a massive upheaval. New stories and different alterations to their stories have resurfaced, throwing the authenticity of the numerous Christian Bibles into doubt. From their thorough research and analysis of this ancient Bible, they figured out that this Bible is at least 1,500 years old. Of these new discoveries, the one about Jesus is perhaps one of the most shocking. This new piece of text was found in the Gospel of Barnabas. You're probably thinking, I've not seen any Gospel of Barnabas text in my Bible. Well, the truth is that the new Bibles you see today omitted it. In this newly found Gospel of Barnabas, historians discovered that Jesus was never nailed to the cross, nor was he the Son of God. Instead, the story states that he was merely a prophet. Another shocking thing this story says is that Jesus was never nailed to the cross. Instead, he went to heaven quite easily due to the good works he did on earth. The man named on the cross was in fact Judas Iscariot. This story was only discovered thanks to the failure of a group of thieves' attempt to smuggle antique goods worth billions of dollars. Worth over $25 million, and it is a highly coveted possession, this Bible was one of the goods to be smuggled away. Think that's all? There's more. As you already know, there are two main religions on earth. These religions are the most widely practiced and often provoke strong feelings. As a result, these religions' followers are always at odds with each other. One of the main causes of their disagreements was the rightful prophet sent to earth. Muslims think it's Prophet Muhammad, while Christians think it's Jesus. The followers of both religions failed to accept the possibility of their prophet not being the right one, but new evidence has thrown this into more confusion. New stories from the Bible state that Jesus knew Prophet Muhammad quite well and even foresaw his arrival. As you can expect, this throws the law and order of both religions into question. What would accepting this new truth and reality mean for Christianity?
Okay, a few minutes in, and it's already, let's call it controversial. And but the thing with these videos is that they provoke thinking outside your own bubble. So let's watch and not jump into any conclusions first and see what this new book says.
More and more of these Christians are raising their own questions about the authenticity of this piece of information. Some are choosing to reject this new information, while some have decided to accept it. Majority, however, have decided to remain on the fence about it. These followers have started to realize the truth behind their doctored Bibles that are so much in circulation today. This new text shows that the leaders of each doctrine intentionally add and remove information as they please in order to suit their preferences. Other people are beginning to wonder what else these churches and doctrines are hiding from their loyal followers. And judging from the fact that this was hidden from us for more than 1,500 years, there are many new discoveries to be made. This new discovery has also thrown Jesus' healing factor and supernatural powers into question. We all know Jesus to be the man that turns water into wine effortlessly, the man who walks on water, the man who walks out of the crucifixion. But perhaps the most extraordinary power of this astonishing man is his ability to heal those around him. He was known for being able to heal the diseased by using just his words. Occasionally, though, he placed his saliva on the diseased to perform the same effect. While this story has a lot of backing from the modern-day Bible and Quran, the lack of backing from this newly discovered ancient Bible has raised a few eyebrows. This ancient Bible doesn't mention about these miracles. How this new discovery would affect the Christian religion as we know it remains a mystery. Additionally, more information has been found on the Codex Gigas. For those who don't know, the Codex Gigas is a text written by the devil himself. The devil was reportedly said to have written this book after getting summoned by a monk in black cloth in exchange for his life. The monk was from a well-respected monastery in Bohemia, and they were known for wearing black cloth and engaging in life-endangering acts. Some of these acts include starving themselves, isolating themselves, and self-mutilating their own bodies. This radical group of people with extreme religious views did this to show servitude to their god. This particular monk broke a big rule of the monastery and was to be punished by the authorities. The authoritative monks decided the monk's punishment would be getting walled up alive in the monastery. Essentially, this meant trapping him alive in a mausoleum. In order to escape death, the guilty monk decided to plead with the authorities, begging them to strike a deal with him. He believed he could write a book that included all sorts of things helpful to the monastery, including the Bible, and would help the whole of humanity. Some other useful information he was going to include were the names of several herbs and helpful incantations and spells. He told the monks he would write this book in exchange for his life getting spared. The authoritative monks agreed to this outlandish bargain, and a deal was made. It wasn't until he had started writing that he noticed how humanly impossible this task was. He tried his best, but he was still a long way from finishing the book by the clock of midnight. He feared the concept of his own death so much that he summoned the devil using a ritual out of desperation. In exchange for his soul, the monk asked the devil to help him complete his task so that his life would be spared. Agreeing instantly, the devil aided the monk in finishing the book in minutes. Science likes to authenticate and factually back claims, so naturally dozens of researchers have conducted intense research to discover the story's authenticity. These scientists have confirmed that this book was written by a single author in a very short period. Judging from the volume of the book, you would expect that this book was written for nearly a century and by several authors. However, that's not the case. As we mentioned earlier, this book was written by only one person. What's even more interesting is the fact that this book was written in less than a month at least. As you may have expected, this book also mentioned Jesus a few times, and the new revelation about this book's history has allowed historians to get even more findings about the Son of God.
Yeah, I have done a video about that book. One of the theories that came up with that story was that that book was written by a giant, because it's a very big book, and it was only written within a month. And yeah, it's just some theories. Others say, like these guys mentioned that it was written by the devil, but yeah, go check out that video if you're interested.
The last piece of new information gotten from this new Bible is better coordinates for the lost Ark of the Covenant. If you're a Christian, you should already be familiar with the Ark of the Covenant story. This Ark was built under the supervision of Moses, God's right-hand man at the time. It was created after the Israelites left Egypt and were trying to make their way through Mount Sinai. God instructed Moses to direct the Israelites to build the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant contains several sacred biblical artifacts, such as several tablets which contain the Ten Commandments. These tablets are made from pure gold gotten from the Garden of Eden as a way to symbolize the purity of these commandments. It went missing way back in 587 BC. Since that time, historians across centuries have been trying to get it in their hands, and now this book seems to have given yet another clue as to where this Ark is. The Ark is rumored to be in a cathedral in Ethiopia. If these rumors are true, it means that historians can find out even more information about his second coming. Many people believe that this Ark will be revealed during the Messiah's second coming. So what do you think about these new findings? Do you think they would shake up the religious beliefs of many, or do you think it's all a hoax that the devil has planted to deceive others yet again? Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments section.
Okay, this was a very short video, but the thing I've noticed from this video is that this guy didn't do a good job of explaining what the first book he talked about was explaining what the first book was all about. He just skimmed through it, and I think he didn't have enough content for it, so I really doubt it's that big of a deal. But yeah, I'll go look it up myself, as should you. But it's just interesting to know, because I've seen a couple of these videos and they do not do a really good job of explaining what they mention at the beginning, because I really doubt they themselves know what they're talking about. But it's just interesting to hear different sides to the story as this guy did in this video. Tell me, like, what do you think that book is all about? The first one, the book of Barnabas, the Gospel of Barnabas, I think that's what it was called. I wonder, tell me in the comment section. But just interesting. I'll look it up myself and try to make a video about it later, and we'll see. But yeah, tell me what you think in the comment section. Personally, I don't think it has that much of a merit, because there's there have been a lot of books like those appearing every now and then from all over the place, and instead of explaining them, they just give a vague idea of what those books talk about. But you never know, maybe it's true, maybe it's not true. But what I think is that there is so much we don't know, you know, because we were not there when these books were written. We were not there when people decided what was to be included and what not to be included. And men or humans are very selfish and greedy, and they lie. So you can never know, like, what these people are thinking, or whether or not they were being genuine. Yeah, a lot of information is coming out recently, and I think it's great. Critical thinking is really important. You know, you need to make things you need to find things out for yourself and not just listen to what you're told. Go out there, do your own research, come up with your own conclusions, and then see what happens. I think that's the best thing. Don't take my word for it, don't take this guy's word for it. Go out there, do your research. The information is out there. And yeah, I think that's what everyone should do when it comes to a lot of issues or topics, or pretty much any kind of information. But yeah, that was a good video in my opinion, and yeah, thank you for watching, and see you amazing people in the next video.